Does your camper's hot water have a bit of a rotten egg smell? We noticed this a bit last year with our camper, and when it came back this year, I looked into a little bit more. My understanding is that this can be caused by magnesium anode rods if you have hard water. So for the fix, what we decided to do is we're going to replace our magnesium rods with aluminum zinc rods. I read online that those won't smell even if you have hard water. The downside is that they don't last as long, so you need to replace them more often. So I ended up ordering a 2-pack from Amazon of them. I will link that in the description. And the process we're going to do is to empty our hot water heater, rinse it out. So I bought a tool for that too. Also on Amazon, which I'll link at the bottom. But basically this nozzle you'll be able to put into the hole where you drain the hot water heater, and it shoots straight out, but then you can take this end off, and then it's got 2 holes on the side so that you'll be easily able to spray the sides as well. So my plan is to empty the hot water heater, spray out the back, then take the nozzle off, spray out the sides, and then put the new anode rod in, and hopefully that'll take care of it. I have read online that you can do a water vinegar mix, and then turn on the water heater for several hours and then rinse that out. But I've also read that people just rinsing out the tank and changing the rod was enough, so I'm going to try that first. I have a video on how to empty the hot water heater already, but I just want to remind you that you should never empty it when it's hot. So make sure it's off and make sure it's cooled down. When we empty our hot water heater, we generally run cold water through it. We turn it off and then run the hot water so that cold water gets pumped through it. And then once we're not getting hot water anymore in the sink, we know that it's cooled off. Or you can just wait until it cools off as well. The other thing to keep in mind that's important is the pressure release valve. Make sure you always do that first before unscrewing the anode rod so that you don't have excess pressure and have that rod come flying out at you. So I will empty the hot water heater, we will rinse it out with the hose the best we can, and we'll put in the new anode rod, and hopefully that will take care of the rotten egg smell that we've been having with our hot water. So release the pressure valve first. And then when you do this part, you should stand off to the side. So the rod's still in pretty good shape. It definitely does smell though. So we'll let that drain, then we'll rinse it out and we'll put the new one in. So the front of this nozzle is adjustable. If you do it too tight, it'll just kind of spray out. But you just kind of play around with it. You want good pressure going in the back. And then you just push in on this for it to spray. I'm just kind of angling it around, trying to hit all of the back. Once you're happy with that, you can take the end off. And then again, it's got the 2 holes, so I don't know the best way to do this without getting myself all wet, but hopefully you can see, sprays out both sides now. I ended up spraying a lot more than I actually showed in the video. Give it a really good rinse. I basically just kept spraying until I didn't smell the egg smell anymore. A couple things that might be helpful if you do get this sprayer. This thing, when you push it in, When you push it in, you can then push it forward and it'll lock on. Then you don't have to hold this down the whole time. And the whole thing just rotates. So I was just kind of rotating it around and going back and forth to make sure I rinse all of the sides of the hot water heater. So use this to spray the back, then I took it off to spray the sides. And as I was spraying the sides, I just kind of rotated it, locked this in so it didn't turn off, and then just kind of rotated as I slowly pulled it forward. And I did that a bunch of times, again, until I couldn't smell any more of the egg. The anode rod comes with this plumber's tape, so I'm just going to throw a little bit on the threading before I put it in. Just a thin layer, one layer. And then just rip it off. And then we'll put it in. So I always hand thread it first. I was having a really hard time getting it to start to thread. I don't know why. So I wanted to use my socket, but the problem is there wasn't enough pressure on the anode rod to go in. So I just had this little screwdriver. I put it through the back hole. I had that push it so that it was tight to the water heater, and then this to tighten it. Now I have it started at least. So now I can tighten it with the breaker bar. Before using your hot water heater, make sure that you fill it up with water or you could damage it. The easiest way to do this is just to make sure that you're hooked up to city water or you have water in your tank and the pump on. Turn on your hot water until you start getting water. You'll get air for a while. Once you start getting water, that means your heater tank is full and you can turn it on safely. And then don't forget to put your release valve back down. You'll probably notice it because you won't be able to close this if it's out. And that's it. We won't really know if this fixed the problem until we go camping, but that's this weekend. I'm looking forward to that. If you have any questions about this process, please let me know in the comments. These items cost like $25 maybe total, so $25 and a little bit of effort hopefully fix this problem for us, and maybe it can for you too. Thanks for watching.